Okay, so this is a tutorial about editing some firework photos from the 4th of July celebration in Seattle. I took these from Bainbridge Island and it was from about 8 miles away. So this particular photo was shot at 400 millimeters. So you can see that it looks kind of small from where I was. But that's okay. This is Magnolia right here. So it, the fireworks happen in a lake behind this hill. So it is what it is. That's what we get. That's one of the trade-offs, I suppose, of living on an island. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is crop this photo, and I like the reflection here in the water, so I want to keep some of that, but I also kind of want to fill the space. So let's see, I kind of like that crop there. And I could crop in more. This particular camera has a lot of resolution, so uh, you can crop pretty well in these photos. And actually, this is probably one of the best nights of shooting fireworks that I've done so far. So I'm pretty excited to edit these. Okay, so I like that crop. You crop it your photos however you like. So, okay. So the first thing I want to do is denoise the photo after I'm done cropping. That takes a minute or so, so I'm going to pause. Okay, so that's finished. So you can see that it helps reduce some of the noise in the background. This is before. I guess it's not a huge difference, which I was actually really surprised since I was shooting at night. But there was enough light left in the air. This was also one of the clearest nights I think I've ever shot fireworks. So, and it was probably 58 degrees or something outside. I mean, it's cold here for this time of year, which I'm enjoying immensely. Okay, so the first thing I want to adjust under the basic tab is blacks. I want to raise them up a bit. Then I'll adjust the white. And we're gonna bring those down. The shadows, probably gonna leave those there. And when you're editing, it's the way that I learned to edit is to just move the sliders around. I thought maybe that was sort of an elementary way to do it, but I mean, once you understand the dials and what they do, it makes it a bit easier. And the only way that I'm able to learn stuff like that is by doing it on my own. So, whatever learning style you have works for you. Next, I'm going to adjust the tone curve and bring bring the well, this one's kind of, let's see. That's good. So I didn't fuss with that too much. Then I want to go back to dehaze. And there wasn't too much smoke this year, which is great for photographs. Uh, so I've dehazed that quite a bit, and then I want to raise up the clarity, but maybe bring the texture down a little bit so it looks a little softer. I love it looks so beautiful. Those sparkles that are coming out. Oh, it's so pretty. And it got a little bit of detail on the houses across the water, which is so cool to me. Okay, and the reflection looks good. And the color grading, I'm probably gonna do a bit of color grading on these because they're so, why not? It's a holiday. Oh boy. Okay. And I like it like that. Looks pretty. Okay, and then maybe just a little bit of vignetting. Maybe to pull some of that smoke away. It'd be nice to, I mean, you could go into masking and probably take some of it out. I'll do it for the video, but I've just kind of been leaving it. So how I would approach that is maybe color range, and then I'd select this part of the smoke. It's going to, when you show the overlay, it'll show what, oh, that's too much. So let's try it again. Oops. Let's try it again. Color, and pick the color range. See if that makes it a little bit easier. No, that one's still. Okay, so we'll try it a different way. Then you can just hit create mask again, and then, or you can get rid of these by deleting them. I'm sure there's an easier way, but there's so many ways to do the same thing in programs like this. So you just gotta find what works best for you. Maybe luminance range will help us create a better mask. Let's see, show overlay. And I don't really like that one either, so let's delete that. And we'll do it this way. We'll get a brush, reduce the size, and let's say we want to feather it all the way. Flow, we'll bring it down a little bit. Density, we'll bring it down a bit. And maybe adjust the size. I have a roller on my mouse that lets me adjust the size automatically. Otherwise, you could do it manually with the mouse here. So I'm just going to kind of spray this on to this smoky area, and you can see where it's at there. And then I'm going to probably, you know, bring down the highlights. So that brought it down a little bit. That's okay. We'll bring down the white ones, the white slider, and that, and then the black's just a little tiny bit. You don't want to make it have this big patch of whateverness in the middle of your photo. It'll be more distracting than just leaving the smoke there to begin with. So, I mean, let's see. This is without the mask. This is with the mask. So you can see it didn't make a huge difference. But, I mean, it helped. Okay, so we like that, the vignetting, and yeah, so that's about it. You can play with the crop a little bit if you'd like. What you can do is you can export that photo, that particular crop, and then maybe find a new crop that you like better. If you wanted to zoom in on the fireworks more and sort of get rid of more of that smoke by adjusting the crop, and that makes it look like I was a lot closer than I actually was, which is fine because I didn't have to sit on the ferry, and I didn't have to worry about crowds and traffic and keeping Yobi comfortable and safe in such a chaotic environment. So, I mean, it's got its trade-offs, but when you have a lens that can reach 800 millimeters and a camera with high resolution, then these kinds of shots are a little bit easier than just using a cell phone. So, plus with editing, it can also make it look pretty good. And so this is where we started. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like after. And I think that makes it look a bit more exciting than, look, I'm 8 miles away. You can't see half of the fireworks. because they were behind the hill, but that's okay. Anyways, okay. Thanks. And oh yeah, and if you have any comments or suggestions, or if I talk too fast, and maybe there's something else in Lightroom that you have questions about, let me know. Okay, thanks.